Hello and welcome back to War Sales, and indeed what we're going to do in this particular naval battle, I know, it's been a while since we've actually had one of these, but what we're going to do is going to try to actually get a decent ram, and I'm talking about coming in from the side and attempting to do as much damage as we possibly can, because obviously we do have this really wonderful ballista on the front of our ship, and I feel like it would probably make sense if we can potentially do some damage with the ram, and then finish them off with the ballista. At least that's the hope. So I've got two ships up and running here, as you can see, so we're going to hopefully be able to utilize those as best as we can. Now let's see if I can do a little bit of something here. So we're going to put this here. Now we're going to see, let me see. Alright, so let's go. Alright, now, first of all, let's tell them to go over there. How do I... Wait a minute, this is not me. There we go. Okay, let me just do this. Boom. Okay, engage. And get that one to engage the same one. We're basically just having them go after the same target. Unfortunately, again, the wind is not in our favor. So that is actually kind of sad. Generally, because this is a very nice... Look at the water. It's really nice and calm. Unfortunately, because of the fact that we don't have a lot of wind, it is going to, well, create a bit of a problem for us to come in from the side and try to do big damage with the ram. But maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll actually have a good time here. I'm just going to speed things up a little bit just because it's going to take ages for us to get over there otherwise. And we're otherwise now going to see... Okay, yeah, well, I mean, obviously our other ships are traveling very quickly here. So, oh, wait. We might actually be able to make something work here. Obviously, our ballista is doing some really weird things right now. But yes, hopefully, I'm not sure if this is going to be enough speed. That's the problem. I don't know whether this is going to be enough speed. But we're going to try our best. I mean, look at the wind right now. The wind is literally against us right here, which is definitely going to make a huge difference. I kind of wish the wind was a little bit more... Well, I'm not sure why, but it seems like it's always in our face. As in, it's always blowing against us, which is obviously not exactly great. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to come in from the side here on this one, I guess. And we're going to try to do damage. This is not a good angle. Yeah. Nah. Nah, not a good angle. Not a good angle at all. But we can board them. We can board them pretty easily here, and we've actually gained... Look at this, 200 medicine skill. Very nice. She is our medic, and she's literally leveled up from 0 right here, which is really good. I'm actually very surprised that she has so much skill in it right now. And, oh, nice kill right there. Okay, I'm obviously going to try to get 275 in one-handed. And I forgot how fun naval combat is, actually. Oh, wow, yeah. This is just fantastic. I mean, really. It's one of those things that you just... as soon as you do it again, you just kind of get addicted to it because it is just so cool. And the fact that I can go in here and do so much damage by myself, I feel like it's just so much more fun. I don't know. It's more fun than doing a siege, I think, unless you can get like a really good vantage point in a siege. Because obviously there are significant benefits to doing any kind of siege, any kind of battle really, where you can gain a lot of experience just by existing. And that's exactly what we're doing here. I'm literally just doing standardish stuff. I'm just boarding the vessel when we want to board the vessel. I'm just doing what we need to do to level up our one-handed skill. I'm not entirely sure how our one-handed is doing right now. Wow, this guy's absolutely destroying me. And that is also quite the funny bit. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes the opponent is just way too good. And we have 274. Really? 274? Come on now. We literally got to 274. That is hilarious. Okay. Well, there you go. We did get 20 influence for this, which is really actually very nice. I'm very surprised, actually. We're getting so much influence from such small opponents, really. I mean, it's kind of crazy cool that we're getting that, actually, but there you go. Anyway, now we're going to just do a little bit of level ups. Going to get some more archers, even though I'm not entirely sure if we even need more archers. I have 216 people in our, well, 213 now, but we have quite a few people in our army. I'm probably not going to take this. Probably not going to take this ship right now. It's not going to be particularly useful for us. Okay, so we do have an armed convoy over there as well. Kind of hope that they would actually join at the same time, but they obviously didn't. We can indeed take leadership if we want to, or we can go for two-handed once again. For me personally, I think two-handed is probably going to be the play here, because we do want to get, I mean, we're obviously going to get to 200 even if we don't spec into the focus point here, but just think about what we're going to get. We're going to get thick hides. That's obviously fantastic. Thick hides is insanely good. And then we can also get Vandal, which is pretty crazy cool too. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you know, 25% armor penetration with your attacks. I mean, that sounds amazing, right? But that's the thing. If I respec and I go for this here instead, you can see how much damage that's actually going to do. I mean, really, that's going to be pretty incredible, because look at that. I mean, obviously, here's the thing. This does not mention, right? Mighty blows. The primary effect does not mention the fact that you're fighting on a ship, right? The primary effect literally just says better cleave with two-handed weapon swings. That's it. You know, that's literally all it says. So from my perspective, and the same thing here, 50% armor penetration for melee weapons. This is all personal, right? This is all personal. This should according to the according to the text on the perks at least. These things should be active at all times, not just while you're on a ship. At least that's what I'm seeing here. You know, yes, the secondary effects where you're the captain and everything, they are all naval combat based, but everything else that's personal, I believe you are probably going to get the benefits of that. So the thing is, leadership versus two-handed. What do we want? You know, the question is, do we want presence? Do we want leader of the masses? Leader of the masses would get us +5 party size. Might be useful when we get a couple more towns. Presence would get us some more security. We don't really need this. Veterans Respect would actually be pretty useful, I think, because then we could start leveling up those Seed Raiders into Nord units, I guess. So that would be kind of nice, maybe. Uplifting Spirit would be nice because that gets us 10 party size limit as well. Yes, lead by example. Ooh, okay, yeah, lead by example would be fantastic, because you could see here +50% recruitment rate for infantry prisoners. If you want to recruit infantry prisoners only, or if you want to focus on that like I do, then that's going to be exceptionally good. Yeah, the question is, can I actually get there with 3 social skill? I don't know. That's 200. It's probably unlikely. I'm going to go for the two-handed. Just because I want to get to 250 as fast as we can. At least I'll try. And I'd like to go in... No, never mind. Okay. I was going to say I'd like to go in and fight these armed convoy. But no, of course we can't. Okay, here we go. He's actually going to come back out. This is actually hilarious that he's just staying there. I love that. Okay, I want everything you've got. Okay, here we go. I am going to just auto-resolve against these fellows. There we go. Good amounts of roguery there as well. Actually, quite a while since we've done any kind of fight against these kinds of fellas, but yeah, it's not really that much of a big deal. I really do need to... I need to get a town. I need to actually take a town. If I don't do this soon, we are going to consistently be in a situation where I have to immediately go back to our town in our own territory, and it is going to be... It's going to be very sad, isn't it? Yes, it's going to be very sad. So I'm actually wondering... Oh, hello. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Where are you going? Haha. Okay. Well, this is going to be nice. Okay. So first of all, I am literally going to just go straight on in here, because as you've no doubt seen, we literally gained so much one-handed skill from doing this that I am literally just going to do this again. We're just going to do this again. And we are... Oh, we've got the wind in our favor. This is great. Okay, the wind is in our favor. This is amazing. So that means what I'm going to do is I am going to speed. I'm going to speed going this way. There we go. And what we're going to do is I'm going to turn like this. And then we are going to turn all the way back around. Obviously, this is... Whoa. We are actually... See now, see how much difference the wind actually makes? It's crazy how much. It is really, really staggering. And now the question remains, can we actually charge in from the side? Can we actually manage to charge in from the side? We might be able to. Okay, here we go. Nice. A decent angle is what we're looking for. I'm gonna go for that one in the back there. It's kind of side on to us right now, so that's kind of good. Oh dear. Yeah. No, not good enough. Not good enough. I'm trying to get better. You know, I'm trying to get better with these rams and everything. Let's try and go onto our ballista for the moment here, because I could probably do some damage to these guys. Question is, can we sink this? Is it sinking? Oh, I actually don't know. No, it doesn't seem like it. We are doing so much damage. This is just crazy. Okay, I should probably get off this now, shouldn't I? Yeah, probably get off that. Okay, so we're just going to board them real fast. My other forces will probably be able to deal with them. I do need to get to 275. I'm not sure why I'm concentrating on the ballista so much. Oh, well, never mind. It's because it's too fun, you know? It's too fun. I just get carried away with that kind of stuff. Okay, let's try and see if I can get it, maybe. Go, go, go. Get him. Kill that guy. Yes, there we go. Okay, no, we got to 256 on that. That's not good. I need 275. Oh, dear. No, that's too late. All right, okay. What a classic, what a classic. Okay, so we still got 14 influence, which is pretty nice. I am going to continue. I'm just going to continue executing. It's just not going to work. We are too far gone, I think, as a few people pointed out. And indeed, yeah, I was kind of wondering that myself, to be honest. I thought, yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, unfortunately. So, yeah, we'll take all of this. Well, we'll take as much of the loot as we possibly can. I am actually in a situation where I don't really have that much space anymore. So I may, in fact, have to go back to our town and actually sell all of that stuff, which I think I might do right now before we get onto the land. And I'm thinking we're probably... What I'm going to do, actually, is I think I might go over to Galend. I might go and see what these towns actually have to offer, as in, do they have a lot of food? Do they have a limitation of food? Do they have any kind of problem with food? If so, then we can maybe take advantage of it. Alright, so it looks to me like we are going to have to deal with a siege here, and someone told me that there is no cost for actually getting into this area here, well, getting into the town. We do have to, it says we do have to break in. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, it literally has no cost. Okay, that's actually pretty crazy. Usually breaking in has a cost of some kind, so I'm actually really, really surprised about that. Now, this is great. This actually helps us a massive amount right here. Technically, what I could have done is I could have waited for the convoy, or not convoy, the blockade to be active. If I had waited for the blockade to be active... What's going on here with our wall? Why is the wall already destroyed? Did we not repair that? Why have we not repaired that in this entire time? Not entirely sure. Maybe we don't have the ability to do so. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. All right, well, let's just continue to get the catapults up and running, because we need to get as many of those as possible. Oh, no. And another one, 876. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit dicey. Okay, I'm not a terribly big fan, and not very confident in my ability to actually defend these kinds of things. But the more catapults we have, the better. So I guess we'll be okay, potentially, right? Yeah, so we could break out from port. If we break out from port, does that take us into their convoy? Or should we say into their blockade? Why do I keep calling it a convoy? I don't know. But that's the question. Does it? I don't know. But clearly we are not going to be able to really do much here. I could... Oh, wait a minute. Well, maybe we don't even need to worry about that. It seems like we could ambush. That's something that they don't normally do. They don't... Oh, whoa, 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 okay. Okay, that's very interesting. I'm actually kind of surprised that they went with this, but yes, they are literally coming out straight away here. Okay. Let's give them a shot, shall we? Let's give them a shot and see what they decide to go for here, because from my perspective, I feel like they're probably going to have a big mistake on their hands, because I'm not sure why they would decide to do this, considering, I mean, I know why they're doing it. I know why the AI is doing it at the very least, because the AI is doing it, you know why? Because we have a wall down. The wall calculation with the AI is so strict, as in, if there is a town with a wall down, most of the time, the AI will go and they will attack that particular fief. whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. They will literally just go and attack it because they have, well, it's basically hard-coded as far as I could tell. They just really badly want to take that kind of stuff. So yeah, because I mean it's true. You know, it is very much making them much stronger. They are much stronger in this situation because they have the ability to 100% go through a section of the defense where there is, you know, there used to be a defense, but now there isn't. So, you know, it makes sense. Anyway, we are going to just speed things along a little bit here. Hopefully my forces will be able to do damage to the battering ram. If not, then I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands like I did before. Nice. We got one of the siege towers down. I think we only had one actually to deal with, so I don't think we need to worry too much. And hopefully we're going to be able to get the other one. Now bear in mind, the only reason why I don't go on these things, by the way, you know, if you wondered, the only reason why I don't go on these siege engines, even though you can, I've tried it in the past many times. I'm not good at it, okay? I'm not good at it, and so what's going to happen is if I go on this thing, I am more than likely just going to waste ammo. I'm literally just going to waste the ammo, and my forces are going to be looking at me like, what are you doing, you imbecile? You've just wasted all of our stones. Yes, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'm hopeful that these fellows will actually start attacking the battering ram, because if they can attack the battering ram here... Oh, massive damage! Massive damage. Wow, okay, that's actually pretty credible. Yeah, I'm going to actually have to take this. Whoa, 1,000 damage? Are you serious? 1,000 damage? That's crazy. Wow, okay. That's amazing. Okay, the battering ram is almost destroyed. I need to take this. Nice. Is it dead? Yes, I think it's dead now. There you go. Okay, so it's completely dead. They will not be able to get the gate down now. And now they are going to be going over... Why am I sneaking? That's so funny. Okay, yeah. So let's not sneak right now. Thank you, Borgar. And let's actually go over here. Now, this is our classic situation here. Obviously, we do want to make sure that we get to 275 in one-handed. So I will try to kill this. Okay, I was kind of hoping. Okay, yeah, there it is. 275. We made it. Okay, we made it to 275. That's perfect. So now all I need to do is, well, either I stick with one-handed right now, because it does kind of make sense to stick with it if we are going to consistently get close quarters combat, or we go for our two-handed and we try to level that up some more, which I think could be the play. I think that sounds like a pretty nice idea, but the question is, are we going to be able to level it up at all? Because enemies are constantly blocking and everything. It's going to be maybe kind of annoying. I'm not sure. We seemingly are doing okay here, though. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's switch. Yeah, not a terribly big fan of what I'm doing right now with the two-handed, so I'm a little bit... I kind of need to leverage its reach a bit more. Unfortunately, the enemy is being... Well, shall we say I am being blocked. The path to the enemy is being blocked by all of our forces, which is really making a big difference, I suppose. I think the enemy is actually... Yeah, they are retreating. They are retreating right now. That is literally easy mode right there. That was extremely simple for us, just because we destroyed their siege engines. I believe that was pretty much the only reason why they had any issues whatsoever. And look at the amount of experience I can get from these enemies right here, because I can literally just hit them as they are exiting, and look at how much I can get. I might be able to get to... Can I get to 215? I don't think so. But I might be able to. Come on now. 208. 208. There we go. Nice. Yeah, there we go. 209 and one more. Boom. There we go. All right, that's it. 210. Actually, pretty nice. Pretty nice that we were able to do that, and we got 10 renown for that. 10 renown. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why we get such a small amount of renown for this, but as you can see, the Sturgians, so I was going to say Sturgians, but yes, the Sturgians have now decided to attack us, so we are literally just going to be executing them as well. They are... Yes, thank you very much. Okay, their voice lines are kind of annoying, but because they're like, oh yes, I choose to fight another day, and yeah, I know, I understand that. I'm sorry, but you're going to be dying now, so you know, that's just how it goes. Unfortunate for them, isn't it? Yes. Anyway, I think actually what we want to do is we want to do a little bit of maybe converting of these guys. Maybe we want to do some converting of these guys. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I mean, generally, I did say that I don't really want to use other kinds of factions units, but I do want to have a number of prisoners so that we can convert them. You know what I mean? I want to always be converting. You know, ABCs, always be converting. So yeah, we generally want to do that as much as we possibly can. Oh, these are really, really nice. Oh, nice horse armor as well. Do we have someone that actually needs horse armor? No one else is actually on a horse apart from me and Alda. So yeah, don't really need to worry about that too much. And we can literally just sell the rest, I suppose. And there you go. That was extremely nice. Now we do have a bunch of people here that oh yeah, I actually need to I need to execute these people as well. Okay, so yeah, let's actually do that. But first of all, let me see. Need to get these guys. Let's get them over here. There we are. There we go. Okay, what's this? Villagers from your fief of Ulgren have started going to a marsh on the marsh. Marsh on the road to Themis to gather reeds. Ah, marsh. I thought they meant march. Never mind, my bad. To gather reeds for baskets, supplementing their earnings. Hunters from Themis, owned by Chason, say they've been disturbing the local waterfowl. Neither of you has title to the marsh, or neither of them. But Themis says that its people started going there first. Your tenants say it's not their problem if they've figured out a better way to make use of the resources. Okay, so let's have a look. This is a pretty interesting one. Okay, so we can increase our prosperity by 20, or increase relationship. Okay, decrease relationship. Okay, so basically decrease relationship a whole bunch, or increase our prosperity by a huge amount. I am literally just going to increase relationship and increase prosperity. I mean, this has no downside. This particular thing is telling Chason that the people will get their reads elsewhere and stop frightening off the game. That is, in my opinion, the way to go. So that is what we will do. And yeah, we do have a companion right there, but I'm looking for an iron belly if I can. I'm looking for an iron belly. That's going to be the play that I really want to go for here. We're also going to be going for thick hides. As you know, I have already gone for, let me see here. Do we have, yeah, hard knock. There it is, hard knock, 3 HP. We already have that. And then we also have this in one-handed. Wait a minute, where is it? Is it one-handed or is it athletics? I think it's athletics. Yeah, well built. So we have well built there, we have ignore pain, and now we have that other thing which we've just gotten. I'm just looking through the throwing weapon tree here as well. But now we've just gotten thick hides as well. So we have literally like, what, 18 HP or something like that? I think we have 18 HP increase, which is really, really crazy. And generally, if we can use our two-handed even more, we are going to get paid. We're going to get so paid. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, otherwise, what we're going to do is I have 74 loyalty here. What's actually the problem with us? Doesn't seem like we have any kind of issue, but yeah, what we need to do is we actually need to get... Do we not have the ability to repair our walls? Ah. 5% bonus. Huh, okay, let's just do this. Let's actually just do all of this stuff. It's very annoying, actually, that Nyaldar is not very good in terms of engineering skill. Yeah. We're just going to have to make do, I guess. We're just going to have to make do. I'm going to slap a little bit more money in there as much as we can, and we'll see what we can do here. But yes, we're now going to execute. Going to execute everyone. We're not going to execute these guys. Or actually, are they? No, this is a mercenary, so we're not going to execute that guy because minor factions are just going to continue coming back. I'm actually not entirely sure if that is also the way that it works with with the major factions now as well, because for some reason I'm seeing like a whole bunch of people that I thought we'd executed coming back and attacking us again and again. So I'm kind of intrigued about that, to be honest. Not sure how that's really going to work, but yeah, we're basically just going to leave all these people and we are just going to set sail here. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I need to repair real fast. There we go. And now we can set sail. Nice. Okay. Now, I was actually on my way, as I said to you before, I was on my way to Galend. I was on my way to Galend because I wanted to see what was actually going on there. I wanted to see what was happening with the food situation and everything. And so, hopefully we're not going to be interrupted again by a very rude siege. Alright, so what do we have here? Well, I am actually going to do the siege. And I'm going to do this despite the fact that I know for a fact they are going to attack, okay? I know they are going to attack me. I know they're going to try to draw the garrison into us. And this is, I'm very much just letting this happen right now. Okay. What a weird decision. I don't know why they did this. I have no idea why they did this. Okay. Well, this is going to be very, very funny. We are actually going to be getting... I think I'm going to get my polearm back. I feel like the polearm is really going to make a huge difference to how effective we are actually in these little battles here. Whoa, that is a very nice lance. I'm going to use this. Question is, should I use this shield? I think we need a shield, right? We need a shield. So I think I'm going to exchange my thrown weapons, even though these are amazing. I'm just going to make sure to lock that just in case, because I don't want to lose that, obviously. But I'm going to use the two-handed as well, and we're going to see what we could do here. I was kind of hoping they'd bring in the garrison here. The main reason why I wanted them to bring in the garrison is so that we could literally just walk in and take the town. That's it. Because I think we might be able to handle the entire garrison coming out. I took a look at the composition. They don't seem to have anything super, super dramatic or anything like that. So, personally, I feel like we might be able to do it. But, yeah, this is really weird. This is really weird for them to do this. I do need some more focus points in riding skill as well. That's actually something, there was a... someone was talking in the comments, and I actually replied to it, and we were having a bit of a discussion about the fact that there are so few focus points in the game now. And that's actually something that I thought of a while back, but I was like, maybe it's actually okay. You know, maybe it's actually going to work out. And, well, I feel starved. It does feel pretty starved of focus points right now. So I'm thinking that maybe it would be cool if we had a system that allowed some of you know, some levels to provide you with additional focus points. So I'm talking about focus points like, wow, that was a nice snipe right there. Okay, so yeah, anyway, the point is, focus points, literally like every 3 levels you get, I don't know, 2 focus points or something like that. Every 3 levels you get 2 focus points, every other level you get 1 focus point, and that's pretty much it. So from 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, etc., you gain additional 1 additional focus point. So if you work that out, I'm not sure if that imbalances things too much. So obviously I haven't really done the calculation on this in any way. So, you know, just forgive me for a preliminary, you know, preliminary thought on this. But I personally felt like that seems pretty fun. You know, seems pretty fun to have that, because then you're going to be in a situation where you most likely have a couple of extra focus points just to throw in to your naval skills. Because of course, yes, actually, it's true. The naval skills are actually kind of absorbing a lot of focus points from your other skills, right? From your other stats. And so if you want to create a character that's really good in riding skill like we do, we obviously want to be really good in riding skill, right? I mean, a little bit at least. And we also want to be good at thrown weapons. We want to be good at two-handed, you know, stuff like that. And maybe we want to be good at polearms too, because obviously polearms are doing pretty well for us right here. We're doing really, really nicely with polearms in field battles. They're really, really nice. Oh, nice. Good, look at that. 20 renown. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so thinking about that and thinking about the fact that we don't have enough focus points, because we're only getting 1 focus point, right? We're getting 1 focus point every single level, right? So every single level we get 1 focus point. And if you take a look at how that actually equals out, it's actually kind of staggering, because we don't really have that much. We don't really have the amount that we would otherwise need to be extremely viable in a lot of different ways. But obviously the philosophy behind the focus point system and the new leveling system that was incorporated in Bannerlord itself is, from my perspective at least, I don't know what the official standpoint is from the developer or anything like that. I don't know anything about that. I'm just talking about my own personal opinion on what this is. Basically, it's making it so that you yourself, your character, has to rely on other people for certain skills. You can't do everything yourself the best way possible. And I guess to a certain degree, Warband was a similar way, because obviously you can't really just, run around with a huge amount of medicine skill or anything like that. You can't really do that, because medicine skill, you're going to be, you're going to need to choose, because otherwise if you go for, 30 in intelligence in Warband, right? Because you need 30 in intelligence in Warband to be able to get maximum medicine skills like surgery, wound treatment, and so on and so forth. And so if you're spending 30 points, right? 30 stat points or attribute points in intelligence, then you're not going to be able to do that in strength, and so you're not going to be as good at fighting in melee combat. But if you take a look at my skills right now, just look at my skills right here. I have 1 focus point in riding skill. I have 4 focus points in throwing, 3 in polearm. I mean, I have a little bit in. I have 1 in charm, 1 in medicine. I do need 1 in medicine. But if you see here, look at what I've done. I mean, obviously Mariner skill, I think Mariner skill is basically a no-brainer. I think you should probably spec in a Mariner skill every single time. But I'm not sure whether Bosun and Shipmaster, I'm not sure if these things are actually beneficial in some way. I think that in general they are beneficial in a... I mean... They're beneficial overall, obviously, but the thing is, are you going to be able to level these things up fast enough for them to actually help you? Because obviously I have 2 focus points, right, in Shipmaster skill. 2 focus points in it. I have a learning rate of 6. I'm at 46. I'm at 46. I've been running around on the waves almost the entire game, right? And I only have 46 in Shipmaster skill. So I do think that it needs to be increased again. I at least in my opinion, I feel like it needs to be increased. Oh, unflinching is insane though. Look at this. Look at this perk right here. Plus 100% to disembarkation speed. I mean, really, that is actually amazing. That is extremely, extremely strong. Same thing with, look at this, plus 20% to ore force in missions. That's also fantastic. Prisoners help to meet the skeleton crew requirement. I mean, that's also amazing. That's really good. Some of these perks are really nice, but unfortunately, it's a huge amount of time investment to actually get to that point. You see, you need to get pretty, a huge amount of experience investment to be able to make that work, which obviously is the main problem. I think if Shipmaster skill was easier to level up, then the focus point investment wouldn't be so bad. Hello there, Thurmond. We will be murdering you as well, sir. Okay, so yes, as you can see, he's actually going in. I am literally just baiting all of these people into attacking me right now, which I think is actually pretty good. Don't get me wrong, I think this is actually a pretty nice idea, but I was kind of hoping that they'd bring the garrison. I'm still hoping that they'll bring the garrison, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, so those are my thoughts on the focus points right now. I think we do need more. But yeah, I'm not sure what the solution is going to be for that, because I do think that base game should have more focus points, because people on console, they don't have the ability to get mods. And I do think that it would be a nice idea to... I mean, the funny thing is, technically, what we could do, or what the developer might be able to do, is not even hard-coded. Not even hard-coded. Just literally add an option in the options menu to allow players to customize how many focus points they get per level. And just show what the default is, show what the default is, and then literally just allow people to choose on a slider. And I feel like that's probably going to be the best course of action. I don't know. It feels to me like that's probably going to be the best course of action most of the time, because as it stands, you're not really going to please everyone, I feel. Because the more hardcore players, they're not really going to, I don't know, I guess. I don't think they really want more focus points. I think they want the game to be as hard as possible, but obviously if they want the game to be as hard as possible, they can make it more difficult for themselves if they had a slider, you know what I mean? Same thing. It's the same exact thing. We're getting some really nice snipes here, by the way. I really like playing with this polearm. I don't know what it is. This polearm is actually insane, in my opinion. I think it really makes a big difference. If you have a long polearm, yeah, you're gonna feel the satisfaction much more deeply, and obviously the enemy is also gonna feel that because you're penetrating them, you know, super hard, and I mean, they're not gonna. I mean, they're gonna feel it in the next day. Obviously, they're gonna feel it the next day, but right now they're not. They're not so much. Okay, here we go. Maybe we can. Maybe we could get to 200 in pole arms. Highly unlikely, to be honest. I'm not really planning on that. Actually, that was not really my idea. And funnily enough, I mean, the thing is, this is exactly what I'm talking about with the polearm. We could just do so much damage to enemy cavalry, and I think that's actually the main point here, because enemy cavalry, that's our main weakness. I think my army right now has a weakness against those primarily because, of course, we do. You know, we are infantry archers. We have infantry and archers, and that's pretty much all we can really do here. What is actually going on here? What? Do you see this woman? You see this woman? She's running around without any weapons. She doesn't have a weapon in this battle. Wow, okay. That is actually kind of harsh. Okay, well, I'm going to level up my two-handed skill a little bit more while I can. Generally, anytime I can level up my two-handed, I'll take it, you know. That's pretty nice. 215, I think I'm probably just going to leave with that. I think that sounds fine. Not a problem. Yes, more influence, more renown for us. Very nice. Oh, I'm actually not gonna execute that guy. I'm actually not entirely sure if I should execute her. I guess I should. I mean, she's running around without any weapons. It's not really good for her to do that, but there you go. This guy is also going to be executed. Thank you very much. It may very well be the case that we need to employ the minor faction strategy. There is a way to eliminate minor factions, but you do need to be very careful, and you need to actually document what you're doing with them, as in you need to keep them prisoner until you have all of them prisoner, and then you need to execute them all at the same time. That's basically the strategy that you want to employ against minor factions. That's how you can eliminate them, because otherwise they're going to consistently respawn over and over again. At least that's how it is in theory. I have not done that in practice, but I'm assuming that that is the way to go. Otherwise, we can increase... Ooh, here we go. Shield wall formation. That sounds pretty nice. Okay, yeah, we'll go with shield wall formation increases, even though I'm probably not going to really be doing that much with that. Is this guy actually coming in? Oh, he's actually coming in. Okay, this is really weird. I'm going to literally just go in for an auto-resolve here. There is no real need for us to really worry about that in any way. This is actually insane. I'm not entirely sure what these guys are doing, to be honest. They are just throwing themselves against us right now. I assume he just has no other course of action, and they don't want us taking Galen for some reason or another. I mean, oh, no, there's an army. There's an army. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, that's wonderful. I'm being very calm about this, but as you can see, the army literally brought in the garrison, so now we have to fight against 700. Which obviously is not really what I wanted. I did want to fight against them more specifically when they had a smaller force, but obviously we are just going to have to deal with this now. And generally this is going to be kind of difficult. This will be kind of difficult. Oh, actually, wait a minute. We might be able to take advantage of the environment, because I haven't really been doing that so far because we've just had complete stomps, big steamrolls. But now this is going to be a bit of a different situation for us. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get over here. Are my forces actually going to get over here in time, or are they going to just take way too long? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of being over here, actually. This is a bit too flat. So I'm thinking what we'll do. Yeah, this is a bit annoying, actually. I'm not sure. I guess we'll go here. And we'll put our infantry here. And we're going to have to put these guys, let's put them into facing the enemy. Can you actually face the enemy properly? The facing enemy command never works for me for some reason. Am I doing it wrong? I'm not sure. I don't know. Every single time I think to myself, oh yes, I should probably face the opponent here. And then I try to face them by literally putting the command out. And yeah, they are facing enemy. Okay, they are facing enemy right now. Okay, so my archers will hopefully be up here. And they'll hopefully be doing some damage to the opponent. I'm going to go out there with my spear, and I'm going to try to snipe a couple of cavalry. And we're going to be putting our forces into a shield wall, because these guys are going to take ages to penetrate any of our shields, basically. Nice damage, nice damage. Nice damage, okay. That is really nice. Wow, yeah, some really, really nice snipes here. Maybe we can actually do a little bit more. Ooh, that was very, very lucky on my part. I could have died very quickly there. I could actually die extremely easily here if I actually make a mistake. So, dearie me. Okay, yeah. What have I gotten myself into, friends? This is not very good. Okay, well, that's actually not too bad. Okay, be careful, be careful. We don't really want our guys to take huge amounts of damage here. I'm going to leave my forces in shield wall for the most part. Okay, we're going to be careful. Nice. Yeah, my archer's going to be taking quite a lot of damage from the opponent right now. This is not great. Need some more appropriate snipes. Unfortunate not getting too many headshots here. But we are killing the Vlandian Banner Knights. That's kind of what we want. We want to kill the Banner Knights as best as we can here. Alright, we're gonna have to get out of here. We're gonna have to get out of here. That's kind of sad, actually. Really, really sad. We're gonna have to say 39 troops. Okay, can we... Yeah, we can actually be left alone. Okay, that is...
Say whatever you have.
Wow, okay, he's actually going in. We're actually going in versus him. Okay, I don't think we can auto-resolve this. I don't think we can auto-resolve this. We would have been able to do this on the... Ooh, hardy frontline. That's actually crazy good. Yeah, look at that. Plus 5 hit points to troops in our party. That's incredibly nice, actually. Really, really good. Okay. Kind of sad, actually. Kind of sad that we weren't really able to do much here. What else can we actually do, though? What else is there to do here with my focus points? I guess leadership is going to be the way to go now. I could go for that extra point in two-handed, though. Maybe we want to go for the last point in two-handed. Maybe that's the plan. Because leadership, what does that actually do for us? Leader of the masses. Yeah, no, not really, not really. Okay, yeah, we're just going to do that. So we'll do hardy front line real quick. Then we'll do this. Then we're going to try to get away once again. Another 20 soldiers, that's okay. That's not a problem. That's not an issue. Because we did so much damage. But unfortunately... we still ended up taking a loss. I guess that's the reason why we actually filled out our garrison so dramatically. So I'm going to go to my garrison. I'm going to pull out some troops, and then we're going to come back here immediately. Oh, wait. Is he going to... Oh, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Okay, what do I actually have? I have 55 Huskarls remaining. I have 20 Nords Sky Chosen. Okay, that is... wait. What are you doing? Where's he going? Is he coming back? Is he coming back? I can't... Yes, you're coming back, sir. Alright, is he actually going to go into the town? That's the question. Oh, this is perfect. If we can... Boom. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, this is exactly what I was... Ooh, yeah. This is revenge. This is revenge in Gautha. This is absolute 100% revenge for how we've just been treated. That is wonderful. I love it. Okay, so we're just going to remove this. 2 ships is going to have to be enough. And they have... Whoa. They have a lot of vessels. They have a lot of vessels right now. Okay. Yeah, the wind is in our favor. Oh, that's actually hilarious. Okay. Yeah, this is really, really dramatic. Okay, how are we going to do this? I guess we'll just tell them to engage. Wait. Here we go. Let's tell them to engage something over there. I don't know. And we'll just put down our sails. We'll just put down the sails and we'll just try to do a little bit of a maneuver here. I'm going to try and see if I can go over this way. And then we're going to go in for a nice little ram if we can. Yes, use the oars in the half power just so that we can maneuver a little bit easier for us right there. And then use them in full power to go forward at a much faster pace. Let's see if I can get over there to the side of one of those opponents. We need to be effective here. We need to be effective. If we are not effective, we're going to have some pretty big issues, I feel. Okay, come on now. We still have the wind helping us slightly. And we're distracting these guys quite dramatically. I mean, my forces should basically murder everything. Gonna go here. Weak ram, really? I'm surprised. Wow, okay. I actually thought we had a really, really nice bunch of speed right there, but yeah, apparently not. Alright, well, this is as good a time as any to board the opponent. Try to do as much damage as possible to them. We're gonna tell my own forces to charge. Here we go. Let's do this. I have to be very careful here as well because obviously I'm low HP. Oh, hello. Okay. I have to be very careful here, I say. Yes, okay. Well, this is going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? Hello there, friends. Okay, yes, we will try to inflict as much murder on them as possible. There we go. Okay, this is going to be a bit problematic, possibly. Alright, I think that's basically it, don't you think? This is exactly what I was talking about when I said to you earlier in a previous episode. I think we could probably do damage against a significantly stronger force, so much so that we may even be able to win against them in big fashion right here. Look at this. I mean, obviously I'm taking some damage here, and obviously generally it would be good if I was full HP, but I can't really do much about that right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that they would not do that, but oh well, never mind. It doesn't really matter too much because we are indeed victorious, and that is very nice. That is very nice indeed. And I'm actually surprised generally that we were able to do this so easily, but I guess I shouldn't really be, to be honest. I mean, as I said, I do feel like we are very confident on the ocean waves. We have huge bonuses just because we are using units that are designed to be on the ocean waves. Generally, if we have anyone... if we have any opponent that actually isn't like a Nord or whatever, isn't a Nord and is a Vlandian or a Sturgian or anything like that, and they're not using a huge amount of their own Mariner troops, then we will literally just have huge advantage there. Really big advantage. I have no idea what it actually even does, to be honest. The advantage that you gain must not be... It surely can't be that dramatic. I mean, yes, it's definitely going to be impactful, because otherwise what's the point? But yeah, I'm generally I may have to look that up or something like that, but I know that for a fact that the Mariners are going to be able to survive in the water a little bit more, and you know, stuff like that. But obviously, as it stands, look at what we are able to gain here now. We can get all of these, wow, huge amounts actually. What? Why do they only have trade cogs? What? This is crazy. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna literally take... Should I take all of them? Can I actually take all of them? I can? Okay. That's kind of interesting. What is my speed gonna be? My speed's literally gonna be like 1.0 or something like that. Yeah, it's 1.8. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, that makes sense a huge amount. So, yeah. Oh, Belgier is actually... they're coming to attack us, aren't they? Are they faster? Yeah, they're definitely faster than us. But Belgier, he cannot catch us right now. Apparently, he lost sight of us or something like that. But yeah, I think personally, I think that was actually kind of successful. I know. You may think, you know, oh, you ended up losing, you know, half your army, you know, stuff like that. That's actually fine. I can get those units back. And the majority of our units are actually fine. Like, for example, Huskars, Berserkers, Sky Gods Chosen. Those are the guys that I actually want to make sure that they live. But obviously, I can't really decide that. But most of the lower tier troops were chosen for the quote-unquote getting away phase. So we're actually looking pretty good right now. I'm going to limp back to our town. And we're going to sell all of our ships. And we'll see what we actually get from this. And indeed, I am going to be stopping by the various villages and trying to get some more noble troops as well. Obviously, I'm probably... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but I'd like to see how much cash we're actually going to get for all these ships. Alright, so we've arrived in the port at Valvik, and we are now going to repair our ships. Make sure we get the boaster skill to 100, which is obviously pretty nice, because this means that we have a plus 25% chance of capturing ships after bat, and we also have a minus 15% chance to weight of trade goods in the ship's cargo. Obviously, I don't really know if that's really that good. Daily bonus of 10 times character level experience to veterans. I'm not sure if we really want to do that. I think we maybe want to. Let's do Veterans Wisdom. I'm actually kind of wondering whether that's going to be, you know, significantly powerful for leveling up our companions. So, you know, most specifically our family members. You know, that's really going to make a big difference, hopefully. Anyway, we are just going to be selling every single other ship that we have here. These are going to sell for an insane amount, as you can quite clearly tell. So me actually limping back to our town, I think was probably worth it. Don't you think? I think it was kind of worth it. So we're just going to sell all of this. We're getting 76,000. Yes, we're getting 76,000. Actually, pretty amazing. Do we have anything here that I really want to buy? Is there anything here that I really want to I don't think so, to be honest. Most of the time, our town does not have particularly good things. Now, what I'd love to see, actually, not sure if this is ever going to happen, but what I would love to see is us getting something like ship master skill or something like that for selling ships or whatever, or something like that. I think would be really, really cool, because obviously it ties into the fact that bosun skill already gives us kind of like a little bit of experience whenever we repair and stuff like that. So I felt like, yeah, you know what, it would actually make a big difference. It'd be pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, let's just actually sell some stuff here. Don't have a huge amount, unfortunately, but it's what we got. We got some pretty nice trade goods actually from the varieties of attacks we did, and indeed we can now sell a lot of these things too. This is going to be extremely easy for us. And there we go, 50,000. Nice. Okay, yeah, so what we're going to do now, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go over here. This is the only village that actually has good relation with us as far as I remember. So this one is not really going to get us that much. But I'm going to just stick around there, try to get as many noble troops as much as I possibly can. And otherwise, we're going to try our best, but we are going to be coming back, and we're going to try to attack the Vlandians yet again. We'll try and see whether that actually happens here. So in Gautha, let's have a look. He is actually dead. Yes, as you can see, he is actually dead. So this is going to be very interesting to see whether he actually returns from the dead at some point. But otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.